Hello everyone, Chris here, how you all doing? So yeah, we thought we would commentate on today's race and we're just about to head into qualifying. So it'll be a 20-minute qualifying. Normally we would split this 10 minutes Cup, 10 minutes GT3s, but unfortunately John's the only Cup car out there today, so we are going with a 1 out and all out, I hope. This will then be followed by a 45-minute sprint race, and yeah, it should be dry today, so let's see what action it brings us. There goes Matty in the Mustang. Druval before him. It's alright, better with me. There we are. Get that screen going again. Just bear with me. Sorry about that. I keep losing my mouse. There we are. There we are. We're here. We're back. So, what we do... I think Slavan's the first one out, so let's jump on board with him. See what he does. Hey, watching. Thanks for joining. Nice to see you with us. Slavan's in the only one in the Bentley today. Brave man. It's got the bop applied, so yeah, people can pick what they like. Should all be relatively even. So yeah, let's keep on board with Slavan for this lap and let's see what time he sets. Nice and neat. Looks like he's slightly missed the corner going in. Gets it rotated nicely though. Just needs to ride them curves a little bit on the inside, on the apex. But overall, relatively neat. Nice and brave on exit. Now he's just weighing up the corkscrew, waking up your braking markers. Oh, rear looked like he got a little bit loose underneath him. Gathers it though, brings it round nicely. Chuck the car in, trust that he's going to grip. Getting nicely onto the apex of the corner there. Spotting your braking. Aim is not to be too greedy on exit so you can get the power out. And that sets our opening time of 1:24.6. So it looks like our Audi Cup car is sitting in the garage right now. So what we'll do, I'll jump on with Mr. Gamble and see what he does for his next flying lap. He's just set a 1:23.4 to put the car on pole. Again, being brave on entry, being brave on exit, trusting the car. It just rolls onto the curb, onto the apex. He's up. Looks like a very good lap so far from Matty. Can he keep it together? That's it. Onto the corkscrew. Very nice. Very nice. He's gained a good amount of time there. Can he hold it though into the braking area? That's it. Bring the car around. You get on the power and don't invalidate your lap on exit, which he hasn't. A 22.7 by Mr. Gamble. A very nice lap indeed. Davies got into second with a 1:22.9. What we'll do, we'll jump on board with Daz. Slightly down this lap. Let's see how he gets on for the rest of it. Brings it over. That's it. Car getting out of the way, which is nice. Oh, looks like he's overshot. He's braking. Oh, no. And, well done, Daz. Keeping hold of it, mate. What we do, now that lap's gone, we'll jump on board with a Mr. Sparks in his Dr. Pepper car. What's the worst that can happen, mate? As you can see, he's up 2.5, 3 temps and gaining. There we are. Nice. Nicely done, Aaron. Nicely done. Still up, which is good to see. Unfortunately, the gap here won't quite make in the position. The next car in front is about 6 tenths in front, but if he keeps it neat and tidy and making the time up his ears, he could potentially gain an extra position here. It's not going to be much in it if he keeps going like he's doing. Hey, Aaron, how we doing, mate? Let's do this, mate. Let's do this. Well spotted, Aaron. Well spotted into that last corner, mate. Look at the... Oh, and you've invalidated on exit. You'd be kicking himself. And that would have gained you an extra place, mate. So keep it up. Clearly got it in you. So we're just going to jump on board now with Dan. See how brave you need to be around here. I'm hoping to see Mr. Dudley out on track at some point. Wagging his tail in that Cup car with no traction control. That's going to make it fun around here, especially at the corkscrew. Maybe we should start taking bets on how many times he spins. Mr. Pickles is up. Can he maintain it here though? Nicely done. Nicely done. Don't. Ah, perfect. Perfect. Can he gain that little bit of time? And he improves just slightly. He's on a 123.5. Just going to jump back on board with Davey. Davey's up by a tenth still. Oh, just slightly too early on power there by the looks of it. He's just caught a bit of the grass, bit of the mud. He's just lost a bit of the momentum going up here. Right, I just noticed we've lost a little bit of sound, so just bear with me. Don't understand why sound's not coming through. Sorry, bear with me, people. Let me sort this sound issue out before we get into the race. That's what's done it. There we are. You don't just want to be listening to me talking on a race. Right, so where are we doing? So, if I show you here. So, Mr. Gamble's on pole, 122.7 with Davey just behind. So, half a tenth, nothing in it. And it's, see, Davey's actually taking the last sector there. Ken Slow, 23.2, it's a very good time, followed by Dan Pickles. We've got Slav and Go, Augusto, and Dan Christie, followed by Holloway, Sparks, Bocci. And then we've got Dudley and Dan Paul still to set a time. So, Aaron Holloway looks up. So let's jump on board with him, see what he can do, see if he can bring it home. If he maintains this, he may jump Darren Christie as we stand. He's lost that, Annie, unfortunately. So what we're going to do, we're just going to jump on board with Bocci here, who's up by a second. And there we are. Jumps him up the grid to 7th place to 23.9. Well done, mate. Well done. And then let's find Augusto. Oh, a little bit braver there on entrance, mate. Get over that curb. Good. Just being a bit careful here, as you can see. A little bit more of the track you can use. He's still not quite gained time here, is he? But there's still the rest of the lap to go. So if you are watching the stream, appreciate if you hit the like button. If you're not subscribed before, then please do subscribe. Bit late on the brake there into the last corner. I think he realised he was up. There we are. So that brings him in at 23.8. So we haven't given John any time yet in the best livery out there. And we caught him coming just into the pits, have we? He still gets an air time. Look at it. So Dan's not set a time yet, but we're going to catch him hopefully just going over the line. And that jumps into 7th place. And then Aaron, Mr. Holloway. Again, a few of these are just finding time. Still got Mr. Gamble though on pole, followed by Davey Hill in 2nd. Ken Slow's still in 3rd. Dan Pickles is 4th. Aaron's gained a bit of time here, but I think he's actually invalidated his lap. He has. It's a shame. Lost time there then. So what we're going to do, we're going to jump on board with Hill, who's up. Keith maintaining this, he might actually take pole. Just lost the time there, hasn't he? See the slap out though, see what he does. Doesn't need much to grab it. One's a bit wide, that's fine. It's fine, you can do that there, as long as you're not too wide. So be brave now, be brave, don't invalidate. Oh, it looks like he's losing it on exit, unfortunately. So, back to Aaron, just as he crosses the line. Looks like he's got that lap in. Jumping him up from 11th to 9th. Well done, Aaron, mate. Good lap. Let's give Gamble a bit of time now. He's slightly up. Sounds amazing, doesn't it? So much power in that car, you can just feel that end just getting a bit wiggly. So, yeah, as it stands, you can see Matt is on pole still with a 22.7, and Davey's second with a 22.8. Again, there's only half a second, half a tenth between them. But yeah, Dave's actually taken 2 quicker sectors. It's all in that middle sector by the looks of it. Mochi looks up again. Comes for a good lap here, 6 tenths in it. Nice and brave, that's it. Nice, very nicely done. Hey mate, how we doing? Good to see you in it. How we doing now? Nice, control it. Oh, maybe a bit too eager there, I think. I'm just on the second half of that. Just lost about 3 tenths there, I think. Brings it in. That's it. You can chuck it in a bit more there. Let the card roll out. Unfortunately, he was up. I think he's just been a bit careful. I think he's seen a bit of green light syndrome there. When you know you're so far out, you start being a bit too careful. But we know Thomas has got a lot more in there yet. Just going to quickly jump on back here with Dave. But Dave's actually 2 tenths up, and he's had a couple of opportunities now where he could have taken pole and not quite brought it home. So let's just see if he does it this time around. To the line, it should give him pole. It does. It does. 22.697. Great lap. That's a 10th on the dot between him and Matty Gamble now. It's all down to you, Matt. So, just jumping on board back. Bocci, he's up by 5 tenths. We know he's got more in that time. If he does that, that will get him between 6th and 7th. Lovely livery. Got our Just Push logo on the side as well with the Amigos badge on the front. Top man, top livery. Still 4 tenths here. It's just dropping a bit of time. That's it, nice and wide there. Brings it round. Don't invalidate on exit, that's it. And he's gaining time on exit. And where's that going to put him? Oh, he's gained 2 positions from 9th to 7th. Well done. So we've got a few in the pits. Don't think John's come back out. So We'll just give Augusto a bit of time. He's sort of flat on his time at the moment. Let's see if he can gain anything. Yeah, it'd be great to have you on board, mate. It'd be great to have you on board. It's obviously replicates the Monday League, so you do this one first, and then obviously Monday's the same. So A, it's a good race, and B, it gives you a good chance to get some race practice in time and place for Monday. So I find it a good time to practice alongside racing. Oh, has he overshot it? I think he might have just overshot that ever so slightly. And yes, he's actually down now by... well, yeah, he's given up on this lap now. So let's get back to Daz. Daz jumping it just over the line. I think he gained a bit of time there as well. I think he actually gained a place. So he's on to 123.9. So all the GT3s now under 124s, which I'd say is very good times. John's set of time was 126.6. Unfortunately, we missed that lap. It would have been nice to jump on board with him. Not too many cars out there now, so time is ticking down. I imagine... Oh, Daz, don't do that to your car, mate. Your mechanics are going to shoot you. So, let's go back on board with Augusto. We ain't got many left there now. I think some of them on their last flying laps. So, what I think we'd do is try and catch these as they go over the line. So, we've got Slavan Go. You set the early pace. Unfortunately, I don't think he's improved too much since then. Yeah, mate. Yeah, if you can, like I said, if you can, pal, that'd be great. It's not like you don't know all the lads here anyway. It's all good banter as well. So you normally see me spin 1,000,001 times in my cup car. In preparation for Monday, that is. This is my excuse anyway. So yeah, there we have it. So I think a good qualifying that in the end. So let's pick up the timetable, and there we have it. So yes, Davey ended up taking pole with a great lap of a 22.697. It's still. Two tenths missing in that middle sector, mate. He's definitely done something right there, hasn't he? Yeah, and then Gamble second, 22.7, followed by Ken Slow with a 23.1. Pickles not far behind. So again, there's not much you can see here. There's not actually a big gap between some of these. It's going to be nice, tight, close racing, I reckon, for the most part, unless there's mistakes. Followed by Holloway, followed by Dan Paul. Bocci ended up bringing it back home in 7th. Slaven Go in his Bentley, 23.7. Augusto, 23.8. Mr. Daz Christie, 23.9. Sparks with 23.987. W with 26.4. And Radix, I think, was in here earlier, but maybe not in here now, unfortunately. It would have been great to have the extra driver. Yeah, mate, yeah, it'd be great. It really would be, honestly. I truly mean that. More the merrier. We put this league on so everyone in the community can have some more racing, pal. You know, we all enjoy racing. We know the group, we know the lads, and it gives some new faces the opportunity to come and drive with us as well, which is what it's all about. You know, Mondays are getting pretty full. We want to open it up for other people to race with the community, but also give the community another night to race together. So, again, we're just waiting for this to tick over. What I'll do while we're waiting for this, I'll play the promo video. And, yeah, I shall catch you in a minute. Here we are again. Didn't quite get into that. 4 minutes to go. So yeah, the cars will just be lining up and getting ready for the start of the race. So what I'll do, we're just going to quickly jump to the results. Let's just bring that up now. Sorry. Hopefully I can bring this through quickly. And there we have it. So sorry about that. So yeah, Davey is currently leading the championship as a whole, as you can see. Aaron Sparks, Aaron Holloway in their second, Gamble third, followed by Bocci, Aaron Sparks, then Slav and Go. And then we've got some of the others here, obviously come and go a little bit, as you can see. So we've had the numbers sort of been interested on the Thursday. Let's hope we can get more of a following come next season. So just 3 minutes to go on the grid. Let's just get... yeah, as Thomas did it, mate. Great clip, isn't it? Absolutely love it. To be fair, pal, I think he's done a fantastic job of it. Let's get to drive. Bear with me. I've got that many screens open. Right then. Let's get over there, shall we? So, as discussed, David Hill took pole in the end. Matty Gamble in second. Title run, eh? Getting close, isn't it, mate? Ken Slow come in today, first showing, brings it into third. Dan in the Lamborghini in fourth. Mr. Holloway, let's see if we can get a little bit closer to these. He's in the Ferrari, followed by Dan Paul, Slav and Go. Oh, we're missing the car by looks. So who's dropped out? Is that? I'm not sure who's dropped out. If anyone knows, let me know because I can't work it out. John. Looks like it was Bocci who dropped out. He's jumped back in at the back end of the grid. Good on you, mate. Good on you. Sorry to break it to you. You've already dropped positions and we've not even got going yet. So, less than a minute to go to the start of the race. Let's see if we can find an interesting view. What about that one, people? What about that one? All being good, the wife will bring me up a coffee in a minute and we can keep the throat wet for the race. So there's actually been some really good races this season. Davey and Gamble, for example, have had some brilliant racing. They'd obviously normally be racing. And me and John have had some great races along the line as well. So, yeah, looking forward to it. I think it's going to be tough for some of these keeping it on the track, but again, it's good. It's good for them to get some time on the track in preparations for Monday. I think we're going to see some great racing along the line. We may see some serious damage. Who knows? But let's look forward to it and let's see what the race brings us. And if you haven't hit the like button already, please do so. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, again, please do so. It's always appreciated. And we're off on the outlap. So we do a full outlap nowadays, mainly because with the Cup cars we need them to give them time to warm the tyres. It's only fair, we find. So Davey's just leaving them around. Nice and steady, nothing silly. Try and get some heat in your tyres. Don't ruin them. Don't spin. Don't give yourself some silly damage. It has been known. Not mentioning no names. Cole. Hey Joey, how we doing, mate? Is there no audio? Hang on, I can soon sort that. Thanks for pointing out. There we have it, mate. There we have it. Nice, easy fix, mate. Nice, easy fix. I just didn't click back over when I turned it over to the promo. My bad. John, just getting them tyres warm. You can hear it. What a lovely sounding car that car is. Brussels, mate. Nice one. Nice one. What are you doing over there, mate? Oh, look at John. Hi, John. Can everyone wave to John? That helmet's got much hair as his head has. So let's get back to the front as they come around the last corner and they get ready to start this race. 45 minutes straight sprint, no pit stops, no refueling, no tyre changes, maybe some repairs as they starting to head up to that line. So again, welcome in everyone, and waiting for that green light. There we have it, and they're off. So Matty will have the straight line speed here. I reckon he may fancy himself early on, see if he can gain the position, but I don't think he's going to pull it off. I think he's just a little bit too far back. If anything, he may lose the inside if he's not careful. To Ken Slow, no. Dan just having a little look up his inside. Dan may have pulled that move off, which I think he has done. Yes, he has. So Dan's got up to third position. He has gained. Other gainers in this is Mr. Holloway's up a position. Dan Paul's up a position. The Slap and Go is also up. It looks like Augusto has dropped back down slightly. So Ken Slow has dropped 2 positions early on, while Mr. Pickles and Mr. Holloway have gained the position on him. Conference, mate. Nice. Worst places to have it, pal. Worst places to have it. So, to give John a bit of time, this might be a lonely race for him, unfortunately. But we all love him just the same. Still the best livery, though. So, Davey is pulling out now. He's pulling the gap on Matty, 0.7. I think Ossie nailing that qualifying time has really done the world of good, because getting stuck behind that Mustang, as he learnt from Nürburgring, is an absolute nightmare. So he's out in front now. Matty will be trying desperately to keep within that slipstream from now and see if he can just build his way up into this race and get up to speed and maybe get the overtake done later on. Aaron Holloway is in a similar position behind Dan Pickles. Mr. Pickles is just dropping off these ever so slightly out in front. He's 1.6 behind. But again, he's just pulling that little bit of a fight against Aaron. Working hard to keep within that slipstream. Early on, I suppose he's just trying to settle into the race. There's nothing to prove just yet. Doesn't need to do anything stupid. You know, you need to get to the end to finish strongly. Ken Slow is also just dropping off since the start of the race, but he's still holding his own. But right behind him, he's got Dan Paul, who's literally right behind him, and behind Dan Paul is Augusto. As you can see, there's not much innings at all. So this will be the main battle at the moment. Dan Paul Aussie closing in behind Ken Slow here. We wanted to try and make a move anytime soon, I bet. But once again, still early in the race. Don't do anything silly. Aaron may have just made a mistake there. Let's just see if we can catch it. Yeah, I think we might have missed it, has he? He's dropped off. Unfortunately, he's a bit further back than 15 seconds, so we'll let that catch up. But yeah, he looks like he has dropped off. Dan, while Ken Slow has caught up behind him. So Matty now is closing, as we mentioned, right in on Davy Hill. And Dan Pickles, he dropped off a little bit, but he's been sort of in and around still, that 1.3 second mark. He's running his own race there in third, he'd be happy with that, but let's just stick with these for a minute. This is where the straight line speed of that Mustang comes into play. Let's just see how quick it can be. When he goes to the outside. Not going to make it around the outside, so maybe look underneath. See Dave does well there to keep it neat. No opportunity there. You can see the power of that Mustang, just something like a front rear end just wants to give out on you. So, let's just jump back to Dan. Dan nearly got the move made. He's still there. He's having a look. So 5 minutes into the race, we've still got some very good battles going on around the place. Everyone's kept pretty much as a whole pretty close. I think Aaron is the only one running his own bit of a race in the middle there, but as a whole, you know, we're still pretty well bunched up. Love the sound. Oh no, Salmon, what happened? Oh. Just go about 15 seconds, he comes through. Oh, he's rode the sausage, lost the rear. And Bocce's followed him in the process as well. Oh dear. Be careful lads, rejoining the track, nothing silly. He's John in the 992 Cup car, the legend. He's gone from 12th to 8th. So Das is just dropping off Augusto a little bit here. It was a little bit closer earlier on, but let's see if he can close that back in. Looks like Aaron may have made a mistake. I mean, I'm not too sure, but I think the front might give it away. Aaron. This is not wobbling too much, mate. So, Danny is closing in on Matty, and Matty is still not too far behind David Hill. The top three are still within about 1.2, 1.1 seconds. So, a nice tight battle for the podium position still. Dan showing us what he's all about. Let's jump on board with it. We'll be getting a better look at what he does inside that car. It's the thing, isn't it, with Matty now? He's in that position anyway. He wants to really start fighting with Davey, but he doesn't want to leave himself open to Dan just behind him. You know, any run wide, any slight mistakes, he's going to lose his position here. So this is where it's all about calculating them moves. When you want to make them overtakes, you can't take a lunge, you can't overly force Davey right now because he'd be giving up too much time and pace behind him, so he's sort of just sitting there try and close him as much as possible and probably be aiming to do it down the start-finish straight. That's where I reckon Matt would be thinking, if he can keep close to him, if he can get sort of behind his bonnet out the last corner, that's where you want to do it. He won't want to be battling too hard before that and risking losing a position. Nice and neat, nice and neat. Let's just keep on board with it. This is where the hot stuff is happening. Yeah, 23.8, some nice race pace there. Now he's just losing time, I reckon, in that last sector. Looking from qualifying, so some fake work in the second sector, it just loses it in the last. Oh, looks like he drops out. Damn, Paul. We've had a couple of dropouts, unfortunately. I'm not sure what's happened there. Might be an internet connection, might have been a crash. Not too sure. Bocci. He's going to be wanting to get around it. Get around John. Great liveries. Great liveries. So even though we've really got 10 on the grid, you can see there's some real close battles going on still around the place. John might leave the inside here. He knows this is not his fight. Nicely done, nicely done. Just jumping on board with Augusto then. Again, there's a three-way battle going on here. So what you're finding, we've got a three-way battle for the podiums. And then 4th, 5th and 6th are also just as tight. So got some nice battles going on around the grid between people, which is nice to see. Keeps it interesting for them. Keeps you on your toes, doesn't it? Again, thanks for everyone for jumping in. Thanks to everyone who said hello. Thanks to everyone who's hit that like button. If you haven't hit that like button, please do so. If you haven't subscribed, again, please do so. Nice and neat. Just 1 second behind Holloway now, just pulling himself back into it. So he's still got the slipstream down the straight. So closing ever so slightly on the Ferrari, which he should do. Mr. Holloway's finding that consistency lately. He's been driving very, very well. So if he keeps it up, I think it's going to be more of a case of not waiting for the mistake but having to force an overtake. So let's see how that develops as the race develops. There he goes, looking down the outside here. Is he going to try and hang it around the outside? He might have. Ooh, I thought he might have done that there. That was great driving by the pair of them. Aaron made a slight mistake there. He's down by 1.6 seconds this lap. Yep, Kenslow is trying to apply that pressure. Augusto is also trying to do so. And not far behind them is Dan Christie. He's only 2 seconds further back. He'll be desperately trying to close in on this battle. Just see how close they're getting now. Oh, great save. I thought we were going then. That would have been some major damage if that happened. That's allowed Aaron just to pull away a little bit of a breather. So what we would do, we'll just jump on board here with Mr. Hill looking back still. You can see this is still very much a podium battle with all three cars. Some great driving by all three of these so far, especially Dan. Dan staying with them in that Lamborghini round here. It's unbelievable, mate. Some fantastic driving by you, buddy. He's just closing up. It's through this sector, Matt. He's very, very strong. Just dropping off a little bit here. If he start fighting a bit more, and he can just close in again, keep himself in that battle. That within a second now. The thing with Dan here, I think he has to stay in this slipstream. If he falls off it and out of it, he'll drop off. So if he can keep himself in it, he'll be alright. I think the moment he drops out of it, he will fall away. So it's vitally important that he stays there, stays within that window, and he will hopefully keep himself sort of the weakest within this battle with the lead group. So he'll be desperately wanting Gamble and Hill to start to scrap him, so allow him to close back in again. 15 minutes into the race as well. But what we'll find, if anyone's messed up with their tyre temperatures around now, they're really going to start feeling it. So I'm not sure how people are down their PSI, but yeah, the first 15 minutes they've been alright. If anyone's really got any mistakes, this is where they're really going to start struggling. He's on board with Matty Gamble. He's looking. Nice and tidy. He takes a tight line there, doesn't he? Oh mate, it's really hard. It's really, really hard. Yeah, you're looking either for mistakes or down the main straight. And down the main straight is not really long enough at the best of times. So here, look, this might be an opportunity for Matt now. Davey's just run a bit wide. Davey will take the inside line. Matt is going to have to complete the move before the braking zone. If he can just hold. Problem with that Mustang, it just doesn't want to rotate, does it? So Davey's getting that rotation that much better than Matty, and so he's not able to complete it. He's got the straight line speed all right, but he really needs to get ahead. So even there, where Davey looked like he made a slight mistake on exit, he's still not been able to do it. Oh, massive, mate, massive. Yeah, if you qualify a role and get the consistency, you're well away. You're well away. I won a race round here in a previous league I raced in, and I was running purposely about 2.5 seconds off my pace just to keep a consistent, conserve the tyres, so I didn't want to change tyres halfway through, and just purposely, ooh, I think he gave a little flash there and he went for the move. Yeah, just conserve my my tyres, mate, and keep him pumping out the corners in the correct places allowed me to maintain the lead of the race. I mean, I was under pressure to try to the race, but we won it by doing it that way. Unfortunately, I'm hard to move away. We will move away and see a few other people, but why this battle for the front is so close. It's where the main action, the main fight is happening with these three. As you can see, they're pulling away. Aaron Holloway's 10 seconds behind Dan Pickles as we stand. I think Matt is just going to need to maybe try something different at some point. He's trying that move on and it's not working out for him. He maybe just needs to rethink what he's doing. See if he can come up with another plan. So, back on to Ken Slow. He's only half a second behind Augusto, as you can see. This has been an ongoing fight. Now, unfortunately, Augusto has fallen off Aaron Holloway since that little bit of a wobble, and that's allowed Aaron just to pull away. And yeah, he's now free to get his head down and not worry. And here he is, the man himself. Just to give John a bit of time, here we are. The man, the myth, the legend. Really 25 minutes left to go. He's done really well. Best lap of 125. That's good going in this car. The rear just wants to go round. How nice does it sound, that car? To challenge this car, you know. Absolute challenge. Through there, you've got to be so steady. I mean, you have to in the GT3 cars. You can imagine what it's like with these in OTC. And the lack of aero, you really feel it in points. So, under 25 minutes to go. Been a good race so far, I'd say. Some good battles going on. Oh, what's happened here? Matt's made a mistake. Oh, Matty, what happened? It looks like Matty and Davey have had some contact or some form of, maybe one's lost it and the other one's been collected. Unfortunately we missed that. We've still got 20 seconds to go of this replay, so we're going to have to run it through. But as we stand, we got Mr. Dan Pickles leading the race. I bet he didn't think that this morning when he got out of bed knowing he was racing today. Nearly back to live action. Now we go. Let's get back on board. There we are. Look at Dan. Dan is now cruising out in front. 11.5 seconds lead. Unbelievable, mate. Unbelievable. Look, see, that is paying off. Keeping it consistent. He's kept himself in that slipstream. He's kept himself within that sort of battle. And because of that, he hasn't dropped away. And when that mistake's happened, he has taken full advantage from it. Well done, mate. Great driving. Keep your head down. Keep it up. You're actually pulling away. And I imagine part of that being is because Davey's now defending. He might be carrying some damage. I'm not too sure what's happening there. But Aaron now, he's getting a slipstream with Davey, and this is going to lead to some more great battles. Because we've got Matty Gamble not too far behind. Augusto's not too far behind. Ken Slow's not too far behind. You get Nigel everything. You get Nigel. There's 5 cars there, all there, battling it out. Then we get into Daz. Daz has not been able to quite close in, unfortunately. He's not been able to just get there, and because of that he's dropping away ever so slightly. But again, he's knocking out them laps, being consistent, doing his thing. And then back to Tomoso. Gears away, let's drive past. No, he hasn't. How rude. be interesting to see if Aaron can close in on him. He's only 2.5 seconds behind. But he is carrying that damage, and you can see John there in the background. Oh, Augusto's pitted. He's pitted. Oh, didn't expect that. What's he doing? Changing tyres? Fuel? Damage? We'll find out. We'll find out. That promotes John up a position. But what we're going to do, I'm sorry, but we've got to get back to the front here. Back on board with Aaron. Aaron's 0.3 behind Davey. This is going to be some epic battle. Again, I'm not sure what's happened. I'm not sure if it's any damage on Davey's car. Don't get too excited here, Aaron. Your head down, mate. Nothing silly. You have to weigh up your moment here, mate. Davey defends extremely well. Very good driver. See here just how close it's getting between them. Aaron's having a little nose, just putting his car in the wing mirrors of Davey in the nose here. Just trying to get him to sort of put his eye on his mirrors rather than on his line. Again, Aaron just needs to keep calm here, keep collective. Very easily, Johnny, if he plays his cards right, pick up a second position here, but up to third, he'll be made up with that. Again, Aaron, for me, is improving at the rate of knots as a driver. He's gone from having potential to getting quicker and putting that consistency alongside it. And he's looking down the inside, like, let's get the right camera. Oh, unlucky that. Great, respectful driving by the both from there. Both knew where each other was. Fantastic. Matty's here, Matty's just low it. Eyeing him up now. Let's see if they can close back in. There's just nothing between them. Okay, this is what we're talking about, Matty, on his straight line speed. Look at this. Get that move made around the outside. I don't think so. He just hasn't got the rotation. Look at the rear going on that Mustang. It's just so much torque. It's hard to get the power down. I think he needs a plan B, Matty. Plan B, mate. It's time for it. That's not punt the driver out. You tried that with Davey, maybe. I don't know. Didn't see anything. Whoa. Okay, that might be plan C. Just stay away from that one, mate. Aaron needs to get his head down here. Get yourself. You're still within the slipstream, buddy. You're just dropping out of it now. See if you can close back in on Davey. You're putting some really good pressure on him, mate. Gus goes out the pits. Now, he was in the stopped. He was stopped for 32 seconds. I believe he must have changed tyres. I would say he was one of them we talked about where maybe they got their PSIs maybe slightly wrong, and that's why he's gone in and changed them. Maybe didn't feel like he'd get to the end on that set of tyres. His total pit stop time was 1:01. So there's your information, people. 1:01. Be interested now. What is he? 25 seconds off John. I wonder if he can make that back or not. Just find out. So, Mr. Pickles here, still 12 seconds front. We might see Davey starting to close in slightly, but what we're going to do here, I think we may see an overtake here, or have we just... I just missed it. I went back 30 seconds. I tried, lads. I tried. 6 seconds back. See if we can catch it here. Yeah, no, we missed it. I've had 2 cracks at it now. So Aaron is now, he's just dropping off slightly, unfortunately. But again, he's still in full position, still a great drive. Nothing to be ashamed of here. He's doing brilliantly well. Ken Slow is starting to close in slightly. He's down to 1.5 seconds. He's just been running his own race, but you know, he's put himself in a very strong position. Davey is now slowly reining in on Mr. Pickles up front. Now he's not having to fight and battle. So it'll be interesting to see how he plays out with Matty Gamble. If he can close that gap back in, if he can start fighting again, will that help Pickles out front? I don't think so. Looks like Matty's just dropping off ever so slightly. So let's keep an eye on the times. So the main fight, I reckon, be coming here is with Ken Slow. He's only 2 seconds behind. He made a slight mistake there. He was actually a little bit closer. Yeah, it looks like Aaron. Whatever's happened to Aaron, I think he's got it all back together again now. Let's jump aboard with Mr. Sparks. Not seen him for a bit. Good bit of information gathering from today. He's clearly had that early issue, hasn't he? I mean, obviously we didn't catch it, but since then he's been a lot more consistent, hasn't he? Still setting very reasonable times. There's nothing to be ashamed of his pace. He's doing very, very well. He'll also be hampered by that damage as well. Yeah, 25.7. Nothing wrong with that at all. Very neat, very tidy. John not miles behind. He's actually pulling away from Augusta. Oh, what's happened? Oh, it's hit the sausage. That's a shame. That's a shame. Just got lapped there as well by the looks of it. Number 8. Yeah, he's got Davey catching him up. So Max just dropping off a little bit. Davey is closing in. He's down to 10.8 seconds now. 13 and a half minutes to go. Is he going to catch up in time? Who knows? Who knows? The last laps, there was half a second in it. So Dan Pickles was a 24.4, followed by Davies, which was a 23.9. So he really got his head down. He's the early driver at the moment, within the 23s. I would say though, I think Dan's setting the second quickest pace by the looks of it. Yeah, he is. Ken Slow's done a 24.5 last lap, so again, his pace is very strong, to be fair. Matty's was a 24.7, to give you an example, which actually got matched exactly by Aaron Holloway. What's happened here? Oh dear! Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Let's see what's happened here. He's just gone wide. Oh, has he put it in the wall? Has he? Has he? Oh no, Matty. Not what you need, mate. Keep on cracking on, pal. There's not long to go in the race. Head down. So that has promoted Dan Christie up to 5th position. Bocci now, here be smelling blood. Like a shark, innit? He's smelling that. He smells that wounded. Smells the wounded. Come here. He's got that move made, hasn't he? He's got that move made. Oh, I thought Matty would have a look down the inside then. Matty. So, yeah, he's going to be finished that. Oh, but honestly, I need to stop this commentator's curse business. About to say he's going to be finishing that demolition. What happened there? Into the pit he comes. He's had enough of that for one day. I hope he fixes it and gets back out there, though. I really, really do. There's only 10 minutes to go. You can do it, Matt. You can do it. I have faith in you. So, Dan is actually pulling out a bit of a gap again. He's up to 11.5 seconds. His last lap was a 24.3. Davies was 24.4. Actually a tenth quicker that time around. Tell you what, seriously impressed, Dan. Seriously impressive drive, mate. I hope Matty's just getting that fixed and coming back out again. There he is. He's in the pit. Dave, head down, trying to close in. He was 2 1/1000ths quicker last lap. Invalidate his lap. I don't know if he's taking any warnings there, but yeah, he's again basically nothing in it. So the front three are near enough all matching times, all done 24.7's last lap. I think what you're seeing here, I think you're seeing where the tyre wear is kicking in now, half an hour into the race, or 35 minutes. Oh, get it back on. No. Ooh. And what's going to happen here? Matty's out the pits. Matty's going to want to get the move done here, isn't he? Get out of my way. I have damage fix. I've got fresh tyres. Tossing Matty now as a back marker. Let's see if he gets this move made. Closing in. I can't imagine Ken Slowe's going to put too much of a battle on here. Know who he is, who he's racing against. He's a lap down, not in the same fight. The interesting fact is the fact that Augusto's only 3 seconds behind Matty, so you never know what's going to happen there. If he gets caught up in this little shenanigans, then we have this man here. Closing in. There he is. Car in front is for a position. That is 9th and 10th. So he was desperately hoping that Matty gets caught up here and Matty can close in. Augusto's last lap was a 25.0. He's a new driver. Really nice to see new faces here. Oh, that's it. Don't push it. I think you just give it a little tally. You can close in. Very nicely done. Power. There we are. Just upshifted there as well. Keep the rear in place. That's there. Oh, what's happened to Matt? Is Matt slowed down? Is he making slow? I think he wants the battle, doesn't he? He's had an issue. this one is. So Dan again done a 24.3 last lap, and David done a 24.5. So Dan's actually pulling away again slightly. He's consistency, as has been mentioned multiple times this race, has been absolutely brilliant in this race. I think what's happened is he's looked after his tyres a little bit better over the stint of the race, and we're seeing that come through now. So then also we've got Davey, who's sort of in his own little bubble here. Again with Aaron, a further sort of 12 seconds behind. Ken Slow, 4 seconds behind. Was actually quicker last lap. No, he wasn't. No, sorry, take that back. He was. Aaron made a mistake by the looks of it, done a 26.7. Compared to Ken Slow's 25.2, near enough. So there's a possible battle going on there. Daz, again, is just been winning his own race today. So he's in 5th. Bocci in 6th. Mr. Sparks in 7th. Mr. John Dudley's gained another position due to Matty's pit stop. He's up to 8th. Living the dream and loving life. Augusto was just being on in 9th, and May, as we said before, is in 10th, and by the looks of it has made another mistake. He's not having a great race today, is he, Matt, unfortunately. So let's just jump on board. You can see him. You can see Aaron. You can see the podium. You can see that cup just up there in his windows. Nicely done. That's it. Very nice. Over to the left, over to the right. Get the power down. Go wide here. Swing it in. Could have gone to the left a little bit more, I think, there. Again, very neat and tidy. Very neat and tidy. Take that a little bit early. I think it's preventing him getting out of the corner. .48, 2/10 slower. Not long to go now. 3.5 minutes. I think we've seen some great battles today, even with less people on the grid. Granted, it's spread out a little bit now, but you know, for the whole, we've seen some fantastic driving today from people. Some great battles. Some really, really good driving from people as well. We might see Dan pick up his first win, I believe, in the Amigos League. And he will be chuffed. Just your head down, nothing silly. Just get it over the line. So what we're saying, another 3 laps. Yeah, 1 lap, 120, possibly 3, maybe 2, depending on how quick he goes. Davey has closed in, no, however, he seems to put his foot down. Davey's now under 10 seconds. This is one of them sort of positions with Dan where he's comfortable, but doesn't any mistake would losing the lead, feeling that pressure. You know, maybe not used to leading races like he has done today. Try not to think about that, basically. Just even if you're setting slightly slower times, that's fine, but just don't get out of your rhythm. Just try and find a rhythm which is not pushing the car too much, but not so bad that you sort of lose the flow of the track, because sometimes that could be even worse. Aaron again, still in 3rd place. Brilliant drive, mate. Brilliant drive. I put my bets on if you picture of top 3 today, you wouldn't have picked Pickles, Hill and Holloway as your top 3. Yeah, Ken Slow. Just falling off a little bit by the looks of it. Just ever so slightly lap after lap. Again with Daz, the same, just again slowly dropping behind. Here's Tomoso. Sparks, for that car, I see it that way so often, mate. Have you designed it that way? Good on John. It's Journey Cup car in here, but running a fabulous race, showing everyone how it's done. And Augusto. And Gamble still. He's got a blue car behind him. Ah, it's Teresa. So what we're going to do here, we are going to stick on board with this fabulous looking car. Possibly for what is the final lap. I reckon so. I reckon so. And there we have it. Our race winner. Well done, Dan. Fantastic. Dave was catching in 7 seconds, 7.7. Comes in. And let's get on board with Aaron then. Trying to bring home the final podium place. What a great race we've had today, lads. What a great race by some people. And he should be celebrating Aaron. Brilliant, mate. Well done, buddy. Followed by Ken. That's a Gosco just behind him. So, catching Daz coming around the last corner. Over the line. Tomoso. And then Matty, who's obviously a lap behind in a race that what could have been, unfortunately, mate. What could have been. But he would have learnt his lessons today. Fairly ready has a bad race, does he, Matt? So let's see what he brings on Monday. And then Mr. Sparks, and then we're jumping board with the best standing car in today's race. Mr. John Dudley. Aaron, mate. Brilliant drive, buddy. Fantastic. Well, and there we have it. I hope everyone's had a great time watching the stream. I've thoroughly enjoyed doing the commentary on today's race, as I can't race at the moment due to injury. With that said, I'll probably be back next week doing the same again on Thursday. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for everyone coming to chat, saying hello. It really does help. If you haven't liked the stream, please do so. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And we'll catch you all again soon.